to sit on a ball. This can help release your low back a little bit. Now, this ball is not inflated all the way, so yours should, ideally, it's a good fitting ball if this is at a 90-degree angle. You really don't want your hips lower than your knee, but for the sake of the video, it'll be fine. So first thing first is you're gonna draw a circle with your hips going one way. So it doesn't have to be big. I don't want your knees to have to dance around to catch you. So start nice and small. Your feet are about hip width apart here. You may need them a little wider depending on the size of the baby. Again, you don't want your knees moving in and out when you do this. And you're gonna do this for about 10 circles in one way and then 10 circles in the other way. And you're probably gonna feel a little stiffness at first. Maybe it's not quite a whole circle going one way, and that's okay. We're gonna run through this 2 times and the second time will be better. Good, so after you do both of those directions, then what we're gonna do is we're gonna tuck and flick, tuck and flick. So again, your ball would really be like up here, but I want you to think about pulling in from right under baby so that we're lengthening through here and then releasing. So tuck and release. We're not pushing your chest out or anything. Just tuck. You should feel some tension, like a little wrap has been placed here, and release. Tuck and release. Tuck, and then pay attention to chin. Make sure your chin's not here. Make sure your chin's not here. Try to keep it ears over shoulders. My head is almost always forward, so it's something I have to work on too. Good. And then the last one are hip hikes. So you want to think about scrunching up side to side here. And again, right away my first knee went in. So again, try to keep the knees out of the game. Don't use your knees to hike up. That doesn't make sense. You're just trying to lift and lengthen through here. As you go, feeling a little bit of length. If you feel any twinging in your low back, just decrease the intensity of this or check the angle. You know, kind of do a little circle, readjust, and see if you can find a happy place with which to do it. So it's not always a very smooth movement. My knees want to move in like crazy. My back is tight today too. So then from here, we're gonna go back and do that in a second, but from here we're also then gonna stick one leg out to the side, toes and knees up, and just practice hinging forward. You might need to like make a little more room for baby here. And what I want you to try to feel is a nice stretch all through here. Don't lock this knee, keep it active. You might also be able to feel a stretch all the way up towards your glutes. That would be great. And while you're doing that, you can also maybe apply a little gentle pressure to your outside knee here. Good, so keep breathing. Belly should be nice and relaxed. And we're not forcing any of this position. Try to release your low back and just kind of melt. Let the ball support you. Good, and then come back to the center. And then we're gonna slide that other leg out. And then just hinge forward, just like on the other side as far as you can. Again, don't lock the knee. Knees up to the sky, toes up to the sky. If it feels good to have a little gentle pressure pushing outward here, you can. You're not pushing into this leg at all. But that sometimes that inner thigh and getting this hamstring stretched out a little bit can help release a little bit more in the low back. Good. All right, so now we're gonna do those hip circles again. And I want you to think about sitting up even taller. Shrug those shoulders a few times here, just little circles. Now we are going to exhale as our belly comes forward and inhale as it goes back. Exhale here, inhale. Oops. 3 more. So as you exhale, the seatbelt comes on. See if you can't make them just a little bigger, still moving with control. Good, other way. Exhale when belly's coming around the front. Inhale as it goes around the back. Exhale as it comes around the front. Exhale as it goes around the back. If you can, keep your toes, all 10 of them, on the floor. You can go a little faster or a little slower if you want to. I wouldn't go too much faster because you really are wanting to hit every contact point of the circle you're drawing, if you want to think of it that way. Good. Now we're going to do those tucks again. So exhale, tuck. Inhale, release. Good. Try to smile. As weird as that's going to feel while you do it, it'll help relax your jaw, relax your neck. And again, pay attention to your neck. I'm noticing I'm like shooting my head forward. So I'm staring at my computer screen. Keep your head back, almost like you're giving yourself a chin, a double chin there. Especially if you know that you're a rounded person. So try to sit up as tall as you can. Exhale, do those tucks. Feel those core muscles. They're still there. They're stretched out, sure, but they're still there. Exhale, hug baby. Inhale, release. 2 more. Exhale, hug baby. Still sitting tall. You should feel a stretch. If it feels like it's pulling your low back, that's what stretching feels like right now. Good, now we're on to those hip hikes. So think rock side to side. Not really a great breathing pattern you can pull to this, but my shoulders are dancing all around too. See if you can isolate it so it's just the hips, but hey, if you get a little dancey with it, you get a little dancey with it. And again, don't go to where there's like irritation. Just play around with that rocking, get a little bit of release. So if you really liked that hamstring stretch, go ahead and do that hamstring stretch again. I'm just gonna show you one more way that you can get a little bit of relief with your ball, which you probably already know or have done before. So the best thing to do, and again, your ball should be a little bit bigger, is to sit back on your haunches here, if you will. Knees are angled out to the side, and just support your body with the ball. You can rest your head if it feels good, and your ball again should be higher. And relax your belly. Inhale, let it soften. And then exhale, let it come in. You can do that for a few breaths there. And then the last thing, if it feels good, I mean, you're sitting back still, so you're not, forward in this plank, putting all this weight on your midline. You're sitting back, but just reach forward with the ball. It's kind of like a child's pose, just the pregnant version. So your arms are up. Might feel good to rock side to side, where you're going like a rainbow, or you can also reach side to side. So it's more of like you're gonna make a diagonal. So you can do rainbows, rock side to side this way, or you can reach. And just the ball will give you a little bit extra support. Again, ideally it's higher. Keep the breathing going. Hopefully that helps to loosen up, free up your hips a little bit, and release some low back tension.